Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Nock's Asian Recipes. Today Nock is making Nasi Kerabu, or a kind of a Malay style herb rice. It's sometimes known as mixed vegetable rice, ulam, raw vegetables. This is a very versatile dish. Today she's using long beans, bean sprouts, tofu skins, and of course all the herbs that are required. The first thing is to roast up a little coconut. This is natural coconut that Nock has grated by herself. Just a couple of tablespoons. She's going to roast it up. And these are Nock's homemade tofu skins. She's going to soak them with a little bit of warm water. It will soften them up quicker. You can do it with room temperature water if you want to wait 30 minutes or something like that. And she's putting them in some warm water to get them hydrated again. And while the tofu skins are soaking, then she's going to prepare her long beans, her tofu, which has already been fried in pieces, and some bean sprouts, which are homemade sprouts from mung beans. And the secret that Nock uses for these sprouts really is to clean the hulls out quite well after she harvests. They last a lot longer, taste better, and there she has her long beans, her bean sprouts, and her tofu ready to go. And now for some of the herbs that we need. Nock has her own lemongrass growing here, as well as Kafir lime and also Galangal, so she's lucky. And she's going to cut up the lemongrass stem. The harder parts in the lower part of the stem are going to go into the pot for the sauce. And the softer bits in the middle of the lemongrass stem she'll use to eat raw together with the rice. So these are the more tender parts of the lemongrass. She's set it aside in a bowl, which we'll eat directly. And this part of the lemongrass stem, the top part, then she'll cut into slices, long sticks, mash it up to get the flavor of the lemongrass out, going into the pot for the sauce. The galangal, which if you cannot get it, you can use ginger. It's a different flavor, a different sensation, but it's not always easy to get galangal. And the Kafir lime leaves, the harder ones, are going to go into the pot for the sauce. And she's also harvested some of the tender ones, which will be eaten raw. Okay, so the tender bits of Kafir lime leaf will be added to the tender bits from the lemongrass stem. And as I said, this will be added to the dish and eaten raw. Ulam really just means raw vegetables. So, into the preparation for the sauce now. She needs to add a little salt and a little bit of brown sugar. And in the traditional non-vegan version of this dish, it would be with fermented fish sauce. But this is a vegan dish, so it's using miso paste instead to give that sauce a kind of a kick from the fermented soybean that is miso. And she's going to add about 2.5 tablespoons of miso paste into the sauce pot. And of course, she needs her soy sauce. She's going to use a couple of tablespoons of dark soy sauce, heavy soy sauce, and about 4 tablespoons of normal light soy sauce. And so to this incredible mix of herbs, so typically Southeast Asian, she's adding a little bit of black pepper and now some water. And she'll begin cooking this on high heat. Get all the flavors out and mix together into this sauce. Great sauce. And then after it's cooked together for a while and get all the flavors mixed, she's going to thicken it with a little bit of cornstarch, which is important to dissolve in water before you do it and add slowly to the mix so it doesn't get glumpy. So then after adding the cornstarch, she'll continue to cook this on relatively high heat. Add a little bit of black pepper again, actually a mix of black and white pepper until it's thick enough. Okay, back to our tofu skins. She's going to need to drain out the water, and then she's going to add a little salt, and she's got a frying pan with oil that's getting quite hot. And she'll fry these up until they're crispy. This one comes out like fried pork rinds. You know, you could see the homemade hydrated tofu skins. They fluff up at first when she puts them in the hot oil, and then they become quite crispy. They're ready to go when they're crispy enough, and drain off the excess oil. And so all the ingredients are coming together. She's just going to cut up her fried tofu skins into smaller pieces and put them on a plate to serve with the rice. They're great. They look delicious. And now on to the rice. So butterfly pea flours. This is very common, right? To cook with the rice for Nasi Kerabu. Gives it a blue flavor. A lot of times you'll see in Southeast Asia, Malaysia, southern Thailand, this rice is an incredible blue color. Our pea plant right now in the dry season doesn't have so many flowers, so we have a kind of a tenuous blue color. But there it is, a blue rice from pea flour. And you might know that butterfly pea flour is used as a tea, also has some medicinal properties used in Ayurvedic medicine. So the rice is on the plate, and let's get everything else on there. Some bean sprouts, some of our long bean cut up into pieces. Some of the deep fried tofu pieces as well. And here is the lemongrass and the Kafir lime leaf. Just natural, but of course the most tender bits from those herbs. And of course her fried tofu skin pieces, which add an incredible flavor and texture. Some of the grated coconut, which is always good to accompany a dish like this, rice. And then, of course, being nok, it's got some chili powder in there. These are homegrown bird peppers that she's dried and then ground up. And let's top it off with some of the sauce. This dish is incredibly versatile. A lot of times people will add lime juice or a sour fruit like green mango or green apple because the combination is incredible. We hope that you'll try this. We hope you enjoy it. It's so healthy and so delicious. Thanks for watching.